It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see Bryce Young. There were no problems for him last week, going over 350 passing yards. It's the...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. You talk about this Titan defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Derek Brown coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Stout now. And it's fielded at the 34. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing, Young. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play. But he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I'm return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good one there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Young. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On second down, Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Now Young. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down, Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Taken down at the 42. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to know what surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
You talk about this Titan defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll and chip away at their timing.
That throw by Young incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On third down, Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage,
and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darius Slayton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That will throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Running left, it's Henry. To about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock. Here, we just got good ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Young on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Back to the running game with Swift. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Young now from the 50. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 21. A good pickup there at 22.
Certainly part of their success so far in this game, their ability to convert on 3rd down. And what a nice throw and catch there. That allows the officials to move the sticks one more time and set up 1st and 10.
Young will set to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown. Noah Fant from 21 yards away. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
First down, Titans.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
The coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Derek Brown. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They start on the ground with Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Young's throw taken in by Watkins here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw on second down is Young.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
He's got Mingo. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Young. A quick throw, but incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Young. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Watkins, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Young to throw it. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. It'll be Young again. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Young's throw taken in by Slayton. And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Young.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll throw again. Young. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up in.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
So we have come.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
At the 32-yard line.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First and 10, Young. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jonathan Mingo, his first touchdown on the year. And these guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
The partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Now here's Young. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Here is Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Young to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Young will set to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Beal. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And Henry going to have a Titans first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. So from the 37, here's a second down and 9. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Ball start.
And they get the guard, John Runyon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. And here's a give to Spears.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 53 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside give to Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30.
They'll try to throw now. Young. That's caught over the middle by Fant.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Young on 3rd down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down, Titans.
Back to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
1st down, Tennessee.
He'll drop to throw.
Quick slant completes into Njoku.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
At the Steelers' 39-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 5. And the Titans' 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. 2nd and 15. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Dancing to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Shakes off the sag. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Titans.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 14-yard line.
A give to Henry. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.